Hello, everybody. My name is Jesus Robles. I specialize on Oracle database technologies. And in this session, we'll be talking about the JSON collection tables and views in Oracle Database 23 AI. Oracle 23 AI brings new innovations to JSON in the database, such as enhancements to the JSON data type, more support for SQL JSON functions, JSON collection tables and views, relational duality views, and so on. So you can store or generate data, JSON data in multiple ways. So let's explore the options, and you have plenty of choices. So if your application combines JSON data with relational data, then use regular database table with JSON columns as well as relational columns. But if you have an use case that is document-centric, meaning that the application stores its data as JSON documents, the best option for you is to use a JSON collection. Then, if you do not want to map JSON documents to relational data, then use JSON collection tables. Otherwise, if you want to map JSON documents to relational data, use JSON collection views. And in this case, you have two options. If your use case requires to update the view directly, then you should use JSON relational duality views. And in other case, use JSON collection views, which are read-only. So in this video, I will be talking about JSON collection tables and JSON collection views, not relational duality views. And this example shows a JSON object that represents a purchase order with 8 top-level field names, PO number, reference, and so on. Most of the fields here have string values. For example, the field user has the value tgate. A PO number and zip code have numerical values. Shipping instruction has an object as its value with 3 members, name, address, and phone. And the value of address is an object with fields as well. Line items has an array as a value and with 2 elements. Each one of them is also an object. So you get an idea of how a JSON document looks like. So Oracle Database provides the SQL access to JSON data using SQL JSON path expressions. And here are some examples of SQL path expressions, along with the SQL JSON function and conditions that use them. So the $sign denotes an absolute path in the JSON structure. And the @ is for a relative location. So in this example, $.PO numbers means all PO numbers, all purchase order numbers. The question mark is a filter. Filters are typically followed by conditions enclosed in parentheses. So in the examples, we have in the example all purchase orders from Timothy Case at the requester, and all purchase orders with line items with a particular UPCC code. This is what the path expressions are meaning. And then we'll have some SQL JSON functions and conditions that will be using in our examples, like JSON value, JSON exist, and JSON query. So the first thing we are going to do is to create an external table that can read a JSON document from a tab or a JSON file. This file can be generated by extracting JSON data from a NoSQL database. So in the example, the JSON documents we've been working with are contained in the file purchaseorder.tmp. The SQL directory object or the entry here points to the location of the dump file that can be this file could reside on an external file system or on an object store, cloud object store. And the SQL directory object is JSON loader output points to the database trace folder, which contains any log or bat file generated when the table is processed. So this statement creates a JSON collection table called purchase order. And a JSON collection table is a special table that provides JSON documents in a single column, by the name of data. Each document in a collection table has a document identifier field called a name underscore ID. So when you insert a document into a collection table, an underscore ID field is added automatically with a unique value for the collection. But different collection tables can have documents with the same underscore ID values. For example, a customer profile collection and a customer accounts collection can use the same underscore ID value to refer to the same customer. So your application can relate both using it. And this statement creates a JSON collection view. The JSON collection views, a JSON collection view maps JSON documents to the relational data. So there are two types of collection views. A regular JSON collection view that cannot be updated. It can only be queried from the application, and JSON relational duality views, which can be updated by the application. And this has a slightly different syntax. One note here is if you had used a create view instead of create JSON collection view, then the result would have been the same. A regular view with a single data column, a single column data, but it wouldn't be a collection view, which the fact that it's a collection view means that it can be queried by using document APIs, such as the Oracle Database API for MongoDB or the simple Oracle Document Access SODA. Now, let's see how we can use SQL JSON query functions. So let's start with the JSON value. And deselect the statement extracts purchase order references from our JSON collection table purchase order using the JSON path expression $.reference. JSON value can evaluate a JSON path expression. It returns a Boolean value, true or false, or a numerical value, or number value, 1 or 0. In this example, the selected statement evaluates whether or not the purchase orders in our collections allow partial shipment and then counts them. JSON exists checks the existence of a given value within JSON data. It returns true if the data matches one or more JSON values. And if there are no values that have been matched, then returns false. So the JSON exists lets you use a SQL JSON path expression as a row filter. And you can use the passing clause to define SQL bind variables to improve the performance of the query. And finally, JSON query. It selects one or more values from JSON data and return those values. You can use JSON query to retrieve fragments of a JSON document. And in this example, in our example, it returns a document with the shipping instructions from a given purchase order. Well, I hope you found this video about the new capabilities in the Oracle, the new capabilities of JSON in the Oracle database interesting. Please stay tuned for more, and thank you very much for your attention.